Oh, we're live. Hi, everyone. It says I'm live finally. Welcome, welcome. I almost didn't make it. It literally says 4 o'clock. And if you could have seen the drama that took place between then and now, you'd never believe it. I have no idea. Why is that green over there? Oh, I think it's my light. Hang on one second. I don't know if anybody's here with us yet, and that's okay. Welcome to the rewatchers. Hello, everyone. This is the first time filming on the camera. Welcome. I shall type a welcome. Okay, hang on. If you're getting a notification that we're live, or if you're watching hi Larry! Hi Larry! Oh my gosh, we almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make the deadline. It was crazy. But we are here. I'm just typing a welcome. Thank you for being here, Larry. I love you. Do you have your book? Welcome, I love you. There you go. Okay, so I'm able to talk with you this way. And we're going to, hopefully, this is a wider angle lens. I think, what is that? Is that the, there you go. It's a little bit better. How are you, Larry? Hi. How are you? You're so sweet. Thank you for being here. I love you. Thank you for all of your help and all of your support and all of your energy and all the things that you do on your own. When you shared that channel, which I will give a shout out to, Monadic, I think it's Monadic Media. They were fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Those are some of the Theosophical Society members that are putting together the teachings in a very palatable way. And so I did do a shout out to them, and I found their channel very helpful. So Monadic Media, getting a shout out. Hello. And I'm filming on a completely different setup today. I've got my laptop in the standing room, so I may be overlit. And it doesn't really matter because it's not about me. It's about the teachings. The teachings are the star here. They are what we need to pay attention to. So you can see my light there. See it there? Anyway, I'm holding this up because it's hopefully showing up the correct way. Could either of you let me know if that is reading correctly? Straight ahead, backwards, upside down? It doesn't really matter. But I had to print this out because I can't figure out how to flip the thing. It might be straight ahead because no, it's backwards. Oh, well, that's fine. If you don't have your copy of Light on the Path, you can get a free copy, not a hardback because we're trying to save trees, but I've priced the ones that we print off at cost in the Yogi Theosophy. Well, the free ones are downloadable in the Yogi Theosophy bookshop, which is at yogitheosophy.com. And it's just the store. So you can download the text, the original text, written down in 1885 by MC. Hang on, there you go. There we go. If you want a copy like I've got here, this one, in order for me to voice this, I had to publish my own version of these texts. So that's why this one has a different cover. This has not been altered by me at all. I have published it, so I'm able to voice it. Therefore, because it is in the public domain, that's why it's like this. So if you want to buy the audiobook, you're welcome to do so. That helps support all the stuff going on here at Yogi Theosophy. And what is Yogi Theosophy? It is simply a channel that I feel driven and compelled to do and be of service to. I have, since the beginning of this last month, abandoned all other sources of work, and I now do this full time. I have absolutely no idea why the drive is so strong, other than just to carry the message out to other people like you, Larry, because each and every one of us, these bright, beautiful, compassionate hearts, are necessary in this world, and you are your own, whatever you want to call it. You can call it Yogi Theosophy. I needed a name for this channel, and it's not about me, the individual, the personality, the woman you see before you. It's not about me. Oh, thank you, Larry. Thank you for participating. You're welcome to leave a comment. I do not know how to block them, so behave yourselves. So behave yourselves. Okay, so rambling, not trying to, but I really do want to establish these. I'm thinking maybe every other week I can do them. I don't know, but let's go ahead. And if you don't have your copy, you can get a free copy. I believe they should always be free. Anyone who says that they have come up with these teachings, just walk away, just run, don't walk, because these teachings are ancient. And they have come through many a sage, many an avatar. and they belong to all of us, and solely to no one. And I say that often. My husband goes, "What does that mean?" I go, "Well, what that means is they belong to everyone and solely to no one," meaning that no one can have a monopoly on the divine. So remember also that the teachings, I say this often too, and I can't remember if it was attributed to Gandhi, but the platform that the teachings, the ancient wisdoms are to be taught from, are meant for the teachings, not the teacher. And I'm not a teacher either. I'm just a fellow student, and we're here on the path together. So we are partners on this path, and each one of us at our own stage of evolution. And if you feel this crushing compassion and this need to be of service, I feel this, and I'm always wondering if I'm crazy or what. I don't really know. I can barely see the next indicated thing. But yogi, meaning student, or one who applies the union of the higher self. Yogi, student. Theosophy, theos, gods, Sophia, wisdom. One who applies theosophy. That's what Yogi Theosophy means. So my name and the personality that I was in radio and I did some television too, is not important. But the voice, my voice, I can speak. So that's why I'm here. So let's go ahead. And if you're interested, I know this is all glary. We're just learning here. It's fine. So yogitheosophy.com is the website, which is a labor of love. And that is what you can also find the store there, the digital theosophical bookshop, the Yogi Theosophy digital bookshop. Okay. So we are on number 3. And if you're just joining us, there's a couple people with this, Larry. That's more than we had last time. That's good. And if you're a rewatcher, you can go back and watch the studies on the Light on the Path, which is live. We're doing that live. But the key to theosophy, if you're looking to start, we do these, and we're already this far in. We're actually in section 5, and we do those every other week, and those are recorded, so they're not quite so haphazard and silly. Well, live, interactive, ask questions, talk, say something, please. Okay, written down in 1885. This text, okay, was written down by a woman named Mabel Collins. And it's a treatise written for the personal use of those who are ignorant of the Eastern wisdom and who wish to enter within its influence. That's what this text is. However, it is not from Mabel. It came through Mabel. Let me see if I can find. Yes, this is HPB, Helena Petrovna Blavatsky's comment on this text is this little book, a true jewel, belongs to and emanates from the same school of Indo-Aryan and Buddhist thought and learning as the teachings in the Secret Doctrine. So if you want to start studying theosophy, you've got to begin somewhere. I would highly recommend starting with this little book. So we are moving forward in through the chapters, and we're not on the phone, so that's good in case anybody calls, you won't get cut off. We're going to go forward, and we only made it to, I think, for the first 2 chapters, we only did this much. When you read these texts, when you study and apply, discern, just become them, you will find that every time you open this book, every time, no matter if it's a week or a month or years in between opening it, something new comes off these pages. I have never experienced anything like this before. These teachings reveal themselves over time and at your current stage of evolution. And it is definitely your application, your self-study. It's not intellectual, your self-study, your own discernment, and also your purpose. Why are you on this channel? The most popular video on this channel has to do with, about psychic powers that's talked about in Yogi Philosophy Theosophy. It's just about the hidden natures in man. Most people come to this channel because they want to somehow elevate quickly without earning it. If you are of selfless motive, if you are here for selfless motive, to help all beings on this planet, then you will find that what it is that you seek will come easily for you, or more easily. But it could take several hundred lifetimes. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're still on page 1. Here we are. And we're talking about, if you haven't checked it out, there's 1 and 2. You can check out the previous lessons. Kill out ambition. So these rules are written for all disciples. Attend you to them. Before the eyes can see, we covered this last week. I'm going to get to the part that we're going to. Before the eyes can see, they must be incapable of tears. Thank you for your service. Oh, bless you. Humanity needs the teachings of Theosophy. Thank you. Oh, bless you, bless you. Oh, thank you so much. I needed to hear that. You know what? Illuminative, really quick. Illuminative. I have no idea how I'm going to continue paying for this website and all this different stuff, but I literally have stepped out to do this in service to humanity, because I genuinely believe if you apply these, you can become them, and you will affect, by love and contagion, those around you. And that, I believe, is so very important. These teachings have changed my life in such a humongous way that to not be of service is wrong. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I can only see the next indicated step, and I'm just taking that. So thank you so much for that. That means more than you possibly know, because I am nervous. I am a little scared. My husband is the main breadwinner for our household, but I don't know. I'm just doing what I feel I'm supposed to do. So thank you. Thank you for that. Illuminative, bless you, sweet thing. Okay. We went over these, so I'm not going to cover these. These are from the past lesson. Before the eyes can see, they must be incapable of tears. And before the ear can hear, it must have lost its sensitiveness. Follow along in your book, or download the free ebook copy over at yogitheosophy.com. Before the voice can speak in the presence of the masters, it must have lost the power to wound. And before the soul can stand in the presence of the masters, its feet must be washed in the blood of the heart. And we talked about that last time. Let's get to the next one here, okay? I know, masters, really quick, for anybody just catching this. Elder brothers and sisters of humanity, those who have gone further down the path and have returned to help, okay? They're known by many, many names. And there's not only one, there are many. And so the masters, don't trip out on that. There's not just one master. There's not just one way. Okay, we're all looking at the same sun, right? See the sun outside? Look at the sun. I'm looking at it. You're looking at it. It's the same one, but I see it from a different view, period, okay? The masters are helpers of humanity. Okay. Kill out ambition. Ambition is the first curse. Now, it is written in paradox. It's written in contrast. So don't listen with this brain. Listen with this one. Okay, listen in here. Okay, kill out ambition. I'm just going to read it, and then we'll go back and talk about it. Or we can stop if you come up with a question or something, because I'm not sure what works best for you. This text is voiced in its entirety, or mostly in its entirety, free on the YouTube channel. The entire audiobook is available for like £3 or something on the Theosophy channel. Okay, for download. Okay. Kill out ambition. Ambition is the first curse, the great tempter of the man who is rising above his fellows. It is the simplest form of looking for reward. Men of intelligence and power are led away from their higher possibilities by it continually. Yet it is a necessary teacher. Its results turn to dust and ashes in the mouth, like death and estrangement. It shows the man at last that to work for self is to work for disappointment. Now that's important, okay? So kill out ambition, but that doesn't mean lay there like a sloth. I mean, with absolutely nothing, don't kill out ambition, but kill out ambition for self. In the Voice of the Silence, which is another one of these texts, also available for free download. This is an amazing text. Oh my gosh. It says something about this. It's a very important little sentence. Self-gratulation, O disciple, is like unto a lofty tower, up which a haughty fool has climbed. Thereon he sits in prideful solitude and unperceived by any but himself. That is in the Voice of the Silence, which was written down by HPB. So here, talking about in Light on the Path, kill out ambition, okay? Because ambition now this is only my interpretation. I am only sharing with you what I currently understand at this particular time. This does not mean what it means for you. Every time I revisit this, I get something new. It is like a metaphysical onion skin that literally layer after layer after layer after layer is revealed. And I've only really been studying Theosophy for the past decade at the most. I mean, and I didn't even realize what it was until 2014. I think it was 2013, 2014. I did take the course that was offered by the Theosophical Society, a diploma in Theosophy. I continued on with the Universal Lodge of Theosophists online for a course in Theosophy. I was the most voracious and insatiable student, and I could not get enough. I literally could not get enough. However, there were a few obstacles that I hit, because I found that some Theosophists find that this nucleus of brotherhood is a reflection of themselves, that they are the leaders. There are no leaders. We are all in this together. We're all in the same path. So when it comes to having a dues or fees or real estate or control, then you step away from that. Just like in the organized religions, how you can see how corrupt that has become. There are Theosophists out there that are wishing to help humanity. Many of them, unfortunately, are wishing to line their pockets. And that's what I experienced. So I decided to apply this for myself, and I am only a fellow student. I'm not a teacher. I don't own these teachings. They have been coming through since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time. They can be traced all the way back to ancient Africa and Egypt. And prior to that, you will see them coming through in waves. Okay, they are ancient. They predate and antedate the world's religions, philosophies, and sciences. Okay. Kill out ambition. But though this first rule seems so simple and easy, do not quickly pass it by, for these vices of the ordinary man pass through a subtle transformation and reappear with changed aspect in the heart of the disciple. It is easy to say, I will not be ambitious. It is not so easy to say, when the master reads my heart, he will find it clean utterly. So you have a master, which is, think of whatever name you want to, Buddha, you can think of anything you want to, an ascended master, an elevated, not somebody to worship. It's not exterior of you. It's actually in here. This is where the voice of the silence lives. The master that you seek is inside you. Okay. It isn't coming from a YouTube channel. It's not coming from a building. It's not coming from some kind of ceremony, or it's not coming from an organized religion. It's inside you. Okay. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You've heard this many times. All of them say this. Well, listen. Okay. It is easy to say that I will not be ambitious. It is not so easy to say, when the master reads my heart, he will find it clean utterly. What are your motives? What is your lifestyle like? Is it still full of the vices of men? Like the 7 deadly sins. I wrote them down here. I'm pretty sure I did. The 7 deadly sins, you have they're there. Yes. Okay. What is in your heart? What is in your heart? I find these Christian identities, I find these very helpful, actually, the 7 deadly sins. Lust, gluttony. You've got, I'm sorry, I typed them in small print. Greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. If these are in your heart, and if these rule your life, you will find that you can't really progress further on the path. That is my understanding. The virtues, which are ancient as well, which complement, in other words, they are the other side of these 7 deadly sins. What is in your heart? In order of lust, do we have chastity? In gluttony, it doesn't mean you can't have a mate and be in a student of Theosophy, but does lust drive your soul? Is this what you crave? Are you thinking about it all the time? There's a reason that we're lustful when we're young, and that's to make new people. Okay, so chastity in lust, chastity. Gluttony, abstinence. Are you drinking a lot? Are you taking a lot of drugs? Are you finding that something that you're putting into your body, it doesn't have to be just food. It can be food. What are you thirsting for to fill this hole that's inside of you? Okay, gluttony, you have abstinence. Greed, you have liberality. That's the other side. Sloth, diligence. Do something. Just do it. Just do it. If you're thinking about maybe I should, just do it. And if it's for the best interest of all, do it. Do it. Watching movies, watching television. There's things we can do to waste our time, but when we are literally living through characters that have been conceived and written, cast, then they're recorded on film, then that is edited, that is post-production. That's not even real life. Why is that consuming your time? Go out into nature. Go out along the river, go among the trees where you can feel the wind and put your feet on the earth. Okay, sloth, diligence, wrath. Are you getting angry? Are you find that you're taking things personally and it's all about you? Has to be your way or no way at all. Wrath, we have patience. Patience. Envy. Envy. That's a really big thing. You know, that little voice inside your head, the little one, Brutus, I call mine Brutus, that always kind of compares yourself with everybody else. It was much louder when I was younger. Oh my God, at least I'm not that fat. Oh my God, they're so much skinnier than me. Or, oh my God, they're going to think this. That kind of internal dialogue, that is, everybody has that voice. That's your ego. And some people call it something else, your lower self. And Theosophy, it's the lower self, the world, the senses, the false identity of the senses. That's what I call it. So envy. Do you find that you secretly wish other people failure, or that you wish you had what they had? You have envy, kindness, acceptance, and love, genuine love for other human beings. You have pride, if it's all about yourself, all about you, the ego. I noticed that there are some religious movements that literally their name is the logo. And that's what I would say. If their name is the logo, go. It's not about them, but I don't know. It can be in any situation. If anybody's name is the logo, that is a red flag. So pride, humility. Humility doesn't mean humiliation. It means being human and understanding that you're part of a whole, that it's not just you and you're not separate. There are two antiquated sins that I found interesting when I was doing the research for this. That there's one called vainglory. Are you familiar with that? I think it's a video game now, but vainglory is literally what we now call narcissism, which is excessive, prideful boasting, nonstop boasting about self. Does that sound familiar? So anyway, it was called vainglory, was one of the sins. I think it was Pope Gregory combined vainglory with pride. But I think vainglory could stand on its own, especially today. And there's another one called acedia. I think I'm saying that right. Spiritual laziness, which I think they might have put that under sloth. I think he moved that into sloth. But I think that meant back then that you're not, doing your churchly duty. I think that is what they're looking at. But I think that the church, to me, the work takes place inside. So the only church you need is the temple that you've been given, which is you. So going back to the text. Okay, kill out ambition. So it is easy to say that I will not be ambitious. It is not so easy to say when the master reads my heart. Don't trip out on who that master is. A helper of humanity, known by any name you choose. Okay. Someone who is further along on the path than we are, who wishes to help. Surely, you guys, are you still there? Yeah, I think a couple are still there. Oh, Larry and Illuminative, thank you. Okay. The pure artist who works for the love of his work is sometimes more firmly planted on the right road than the occultist. Now, we have talked about what occult means. Oh, hi there. Somebody else has joined us. Welcome, welcome. We are live. I can't see you, but you can see me. And oh my gosh, somebody else is here too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are studying Light on the Path. Oh, wait, hang on. I know you can't read that straight away. I don't know how to flip it. Oh, and they're gone. That's okay. Light on the Path. Okay. So if you want a copy of this at Yogi Theosophy, which I will put a link in this video when I'm done with a live broadcast, you can get a free ebook at the Yogi Theosophy bookshop. Okay. The pure artist who works for the love of his work is sometimes more firmly planted on the right road than the occultist. Yes. Hey, Outback Jacks. Hi there. thank you, Outback Jacks. Really quick, Larry and Illuminative. When I was doing a test for this down in my office, Outback Jacks got to see my office and all the laundry that needs ironing and all the books in disarray and my printer and all that. And I went live to see if this worked. So Outback Jacks, what we are studying, and I think Outback Jacks said that one of his favorite authors, if not his very favorite author, was William Walker Atkinson, who wrote as Yogi Ramacharaka. That was one of his pen names. He also wrote under the three initiates, Hermes Trismegistus, who is not just one person, but many people have come through with that pen name. And it was that book. It was the course in Oriental, it was an advanced course in Yogi Philosophy and Oriental Occultism that was pointing toward Light on the Path. They were talking about this book that led me, personally, this is my journey. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Thank you. That led me to further theosophical study, which then led me to this drive to help share these teachings and get them up off the dusty shelves. And I keep Yogi Theosophy. Yes, yes, many major points. William Walker Atkinson was an attorney and a very big author in the the New Thought movement. And when I was trying to figure out who the hell is Yogi Ramacharaka, and Yogi Ramacharaka was not actually a person, it is a pen name used by William Walker Atkinson. There are so many valuable teachings in those, and that made such a big difference. That was the first book that I stumbled across. So that's where this channel was born, is I thought, I got to do something. I don't know what to do. So in 2014, I started to voice the lessons and I put them up on this channel. And I thought, well, at least they'll be out there. Maybe somebody else will come across them. And then once I finished that book, I republished it with an intro that explained how powerful I thought it was. So I tried it. This is free also in the Yogi Theosophy bookshop. If you go to yogitheosophy.com, yogi simply meaning student, one who aspires, one who applies, and unite. That's what yoga means, to unite. So unite the higher and lower self, one who is trying to do that. Theosophy, the ancient wisdoms. So in the beginning, this was written in 2015. Sorry, my intro was written in 2015. The correspondence course is about 1904. So there's the advanced course, the 14 lessons. Anyway, if you're interested in learning more on this channel, when I didn't know what I was talking about, I just voiced them because I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to be of service, so I put them up. And then that led to Light on the Path, which is also on this channel. And then that led to, oh my God, The Voice of the Silence, which is also on this channel. So, and this was a gigantic undertaking. Oh my God, this, I thought that I could voice this. That is the cheekiest and most immature thing that I don't think that this can be voiced, but I did my best. I did voice it. But every time I even listen to a little clip of it, I can hear something different. And, or if I even open it, something completely different comes off the page. And I'm not sure. It's almost like one of those magic genie boxes, you know, where you don't know where all the source is coming from, but it's just coming through every time. So if these teachings of that you see William Walker Atkinson, which it is my understanding, in the 14 lessons, in the Kabbalion, which is a very powerful text, also written down by William Walker Atkinson. I get people on this channel that come on and they say, oh, these teachings are only 130 years old. Like, that's my great-grandfather's age. They were written down at that time. A large portion were written down at the end of the 19th century. However, these have been coming through all the way since the beginning, through Plato, through Paracelsus, Pythagoras. You will see these teachings coming through. They are coming through over, and in the Bhagavad Gita, I like to say the Bhagavad Gita, when you read that, it is these teachings. Krishna is your higher self, Arjuna is your lower self. That is my understanding. So, okay, we're going back to the book study. Thank you, Outback Jacks, for coming in here. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. He was able to am I pixelated? Does it look like Minecraft? Does it? Okay. All right. Occultist. To me, I'm going to ask you a question and see if you guys can come in there. What does the word occult mean to you? You know, if you're here, you probably already obviously know. Oh, it's the clock. What do you, the word occult, unknown at this time. What is not currently known. So we're looking at my cup of tea. It's now visible. There you can see it. It is now. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's in the occult. It is the not currently known at this time. Well, I mean, you kind of tell where it was. But anyway. So occult does not necessarily mean the black arts. It can, though. And the church would love for you to keep thinking that. Okay. When the master reads my heart, will he find it clean utterly? Let's get through, because I'm just looking at the time. I've already talked for 30 minutes and you guys have stuck around. That's fantastic. Thank you. And rewatchers, thank you very much. If you enjoy this, please share it, and please become these teachings if you can, and carry them forward into the world. And not me, you're the one. It's like how a candle can light another candle, and then you go out and you light other candles. Yeah. And then the world is dark and very, 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 there's lots of suffering. It is a very dark place. In the voice of the silence, I'm getting off track here, I'm sorry. In the voice of the silence, the earth is called Mialba, which is hell. Any man-inhabited planet is the greatest of hells. So there's a lot of need for you to be out there doing this compassion that is in your heart, the reason these teachings talk to you, the reason you're here. That compassion that's inside you is so necessary for the rest of the world, because you will affect all those around you. And when people say, oh, you need to be a Wayne Dyer or Oprah Winfrey, no, you don't. No, you don't. Your stage is your life, your immediate life, your family, your friends, your neighborhood. That's your stage. Okay, here we go. All right. The pure artist who works for the love of his work is sometimes more firmly planted on the right road than the occultist, who fancies he has removed his interest from self, but who has in reality only enlarged the limits of experience and desire, and transferred his interest to the things which concern his larger span of life. Unfortunately, human nature, almost always, when you get this far, people start focusing on the personality, and then they get lost in self, in the lower self. Forget that, okay? It isn't about Blavatsky. It's not about Mabel Collins. It's not about anyone who wrote this stuff down. It's about the teachings, okay? The same principle applies to the other two seemingly simple rules. Linger over them and do not let yourself be easily deceived. Come on. Easily deceived by your own heart. For now, at the threshold, a mistake can be corrected. How pure is your heart? What are those vices? What are your virtues? How pure is your heart? What is your intent? Why are you studying this? Okay. For at the threshold, as you're beginning this journey, a mistake can be corrected. But if you carry it on with you, it will grow and it will come to fruition. And else you must suffer bitterly in its destruction. So I'll read that again. For now at the threshold, a mistake can be corrected, but carry it on with you and it will grow and come to fruition, or else you must suffer bitterly in its destruction. So kill out ambition. I think that means ambition for self. That is my understanding. So if you have anything you wish to say, you are certainly welcome to participate. I am hosting this book study as a fellow student. I am absolutely not a teacher. I am a student, and I apply these teachings in my life. And as a former broadcaster, I wish to use my voice for something more purposeful than talking about, I don't know, giveaways and rock and roll bands and concerts. I want to be of service. And that is a very driving, almost where I question my own sanity. I do. I wonder why it is so strong. And I don't know what to do next. But the next indicated thing, which is, what are my skills? I can speak, I can present, I can edit. I have a YouTube account. I wish to share these teachings with the world. So, and I think they should be shared by everyone, whoever it touches. If you feel that you wish to share them, then you should do that. But it doesn't have to be my version. It's not about me. It's about these teachings. Where can you find them? Everywhere. I've made a little easy place for you if you wish to download them for free. I've made sure that they are word for word and verbatim. So you have Light on the Path, which is available in the Yogi Theosophy bookshop. Just go to the store. You can download it for free. The Yogi Philosophy, which is the republished version of the 14 lessons in Yogi Philosophy and Oriental Occultism, which was written down by William Walker Atkinson and under the name Yogi Ramacharaka, who never existed. That was a name used by I think it's the Yogi Publication Company. I can't remember because, anyway. So I wrote an intro. It talks about my journey, the discovery, the books, the drive. And at the end, there are things called, I think it's called Digital Reflections and Afterthoughts, which I thought that if I was to publish something, I needed to put my own little thing on it, like how I have applied things like talking about death. Death is one of my favorite things. This is, by studying these teachings, is taught about a much bigger picture. And I'll just read this little short thing, and I don't know, this really helps me. And this is from studying the teachings. When a death takes place in my life now, I have a greater understanding and a bigger picture. So I wrote this, and I usually share this whenever I'm asked to speak at a funeral or whenever anybody is suffering. This is just, I think this might help. I'll close with this. Death. Death is not personal. It is as much a part of the natural cycle as birth. For some reason, the Western society has launched into a near fanatical celebration of the beginning. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Always birth. Oh, get ready for your baby, birth. But the end of the cycle is not acknowledged, and it is an inevitable transition. Life is but a day. Some go to sleep early, others stay up late, but no one sleeps forever. You will awaken again, the love and lessons not lost. The sun rises and sets, the moon waxes and wanes, the tides come in, the tides go out. Your chest rises with each breath, like a constant cycle from the moment you wake up until the very last in this physical incarnation. God does not take anyone or anything from you, and you are not a victim. Death comes to each and every one of us. Instead, see and understand what you have been given. It is up to you what you do with it while you're here. So, there. Anyway, that is just my understanding. That is my own understanding of these teachings and how I apply them in my everyday life. And I will come on again. We'll have another live light on the Path book study. It is a tiny book, but it is a powerful text. Look how little it is. It's sacred. It really is a phenomenal text. Again, HPB says this little book, a true jewel, belongs to and emanates from the same school of Indo-Aryan and Buddhist thought and learning as the teachings in the Secret Doctrine. So if you are a rewatcher, thank you so much for joining us. We will have another one again in 2 weeks. I usually do them on GMT time in the afternoon. Please let me know what time works for you. If you have any questions, I always try to answer every comment on here. And I don't even know how to shut this off for the live on the laptop. This is our first one on the laptop. So thank you for sticking around as long as you did. Know that I love and appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you. And we've gone on for almost 40 minutes. Okay, I love you. I'm going to go ahead and close unless you want to say anything. Do you guys want to say anything? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Illuminative. Am I saying your name right? Illuminative. Oh, over on the other Yogi Theosophy things, most of them are kept just for the teachings on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all Yogi Theosophy stuff. I share memes and some of the teachings in little chunks, quotes, and I do theosophical shorts, things that I'm studying particularly that day. And then also on Periscope, which is a live audience, which I believe is a competitor of this, which is fine. We do let our hair down a little bit. So you will see some of what we do in between being husband and wife, and just little thoughts on Periscope. So it's Yogi Theosophist over there, if you'd like to join us there for some real-time stuff. What happens in the times when we're not studying Theosophy. It's kind of neat. So my husband, as you can see, let me see. Well, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see all these beautiful antiquities up there? This is a digital candle. Look, see? It is. That's an LED light. Isn't it clever? All right, anyway, he is the Museum of Lost Time. And so there's lots of these beautiful pieces throughout the house. I love you very much. Thank you for joining me today. And I will see you again soon. Okay, Yogi Theosophy Bookshop if you want to go get your free books. Okay, bye. How do I end this? Oh, here we go. Okay, see you soon.